Welcome back to the next episode of Talk Smack with Mac. We're going to be talking some good shit with the keys dropping in the back from Fatboy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We got Fatboy back in here, man. This dude's got a album about to drop later on this month, man. Coming very soon. He's going to share all the good shit behind the scenes with that and how that album came to fruition. But also, we're joined from one of the hottest audio engineers out there. Khyl, let me hear that, dog.
Y'all, man,
Khyl,
y'all buttering me up, man.
You're
I
a frequent
y'all.
flyer on Talk Smack with Mac.
Love it here.
We're always talking
Love
that good shit. So, Khyl, he don't ever stop talking. So I'm like, shit, get on the podcast as much as you want. Shit. But Fatboy, man, what's up, man?
What's good, man?
You came
good?
here. You haven't been on the pod for a while. You haven't seen the new room.
Yo,
and
missed
this
you.
is
Missed you, bro.
this is where it's at right here, man. It's where we talk that shit.
Yes. We got air conditioning. I know we talked about it before, but that shit makes all the difference. When you're not sweating and declothing and shit, taking off layers, it's more fun.
Yeah,
Microphone separation.
You already know Kyl's gonna bring that shit up, but no, the feedback and the reception that you guys are giving me from when you're seeing the room for the first time, it makes me feel like I didn't fuck it up too bad.
Yeah.
So
no, you didn't fuck it up at all, actually.
You
so
did.
that makes me
nice.
feel like when new people come here, I'm just meeting them and shit like that, and they see this room, they're gonna be like, all right, this dude is, he's serious. He's trying to do some shit.
Let's talk smack.
Facts.
So, man, this is a long time coming, and it feels good. We're just going to add on to it and make it look better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but, man.
What's up?
You got an album about to drop.
Yeah, man.
I've been
really
around
excited.
you almost a year for you making the whole process of this album, and it's been absolutely beautiful. I heard some shit on there that is just... It's the shit. Makes me feel good. Makes you think. You're a whiz with the words. I know we talked about it before, but tell us everything about this album about to drop, man.
Reflection. Yeah, man. This album, man, for me, it's just a lot of going back. Terms of self-discovery, terms of realizing where I was at in my life at one point, and also where I'm projecting my life to be in the future. And with that, being able to take the growth with me, because a lot of times we have a picture of where we want to go, and then we get there, and then we forget what got us there. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to keep the wisdom that I have gained along the way in order to be able to help others, because for me, that's really what it's all about. That's aside from writing, I feel like that's my calling, especially with people with... Like every pod you hear me on or in life in general, you're always going to hear me refer to my addiction, because that is what I feel like is the pinnacle of where my growth, I would say, like, diminished. And so if anything, I'm trying to talk to as many people as I can to help them not have to take that trip, or even if they are in that state of mind currently, they can always reach out. It don't matter. I don't care. Day or time it is, night, because, that addiction shit is real, man. But I'm also glad it happened. And because a lot of people don't, unfortunately, I'm blessed, truly blessed. Because a lot of people don't make it out of that. So this album, it's going to be something special for the people. So if you're out there listening, tune in to Fatboy, and
So the thing with this album is, I've been thinking about it over this whole year. Khyl, with the people that you work with, all the people with myself, Elijah, and now Fatboy, whatever, like the numbers that we do, we see Elijah killing it, right? I keep saying I think your album is gonna shit on all of us.
I don't really want to shit on anybody.
I do.
It's not really about shitting on, like, in terms of numbers, because for me, it's the quality of product that I'm putting out, right?
Yes,
and with each word
Yes.
that I managed to articulate together, it's more of I just want to touch somebody to help them, or be able to see from a different lens, like help them take their glasses off or put some glasses on to give them clarity to where they are in life, right? So my reflections upon that allow me to be able to do that for people and for myself, because like I mean, the selfish part of me wants to say that like I do it for myself, like so that when I listen to things in the future, I'm like, all right, bro, like where was you at? Like, and why were you thinking? Because that's the key element to it all for me is why were you thinking? What feeling did you have that made you feel like this?
Yeah.
Right. And then if you can dig to the root of that, then it helps you give you understanding as to like, you know, I always invert it back to addiction, because for me, it's like watching trigger points or being able to spot trigger points to see the relapse mentally before it happens physically. Mm-hmm. Because you have to be able to rectify that. And if you don't, it's going to be a constant revolving circle in your life. So 7 deadly sins were obviously a big part of everybody's life. Like, I don't know if you know what they are. Okay. It's gluttony, sloth, lust, greed, pride, envy, and there's one more I can't remember. But also aside from that, there is the 7 heavenly virtues, right? So whenever I get a bit egotistical and prideful, I just try to counteract that with, okay, now I need to show.
That shit happens often.
Right. Right. But and it's going to continue to happen because, like, as my sponsor brought to my attention, man is part angel and part beast. Mm-hmm. Right. So you got to find the line between the two. So when you get egotistical and you're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bitch, you said what to me? Like, hey, just try to find some humility in it to humble yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's about. Being
you
humble.
gotta stay humble.
You gotta stay humble.
Yeah.
Like, because this whole trip is worth nothing if you just. I mean, don't get me wrong. We can think of some people that's pretty arrogant and out there, and it works for them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, right? That doesn't work for the masses.
Yeah.
You know, we think it does because you may equate it to, okay, well, he's arrogant as shit and he makes this amount of money. Like, I don't want to tie it to financials. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want it to be like the Holy Trinity, body, mind, and spirit. Like, am I aligned with all of them? Because you really can't separate the three. You know what I'm saying? So if you got them all in line, then you got a fighting chance at least. Am I saying it's going to be perfect? No, it's going to be some rough ass days.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people think that just because, I'm sober now that I don't have bad days. Like, I have bad days, bro. Like,
we're all
the thing
human,
is,
man.
like, I just wake up now and instead of like basking in the negativity, I just switch it to something positive. Mm-hmm. And I just go from there. Or either I'll just pause, because that's a big, big key. Pause, patience, right, is the key element to transitioning your thoughts into something that's healthy. So when somebody piss you off, I do it all the time. Like, I'll knock this man. And then sometimes I urge surf with it too. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to fuck him up, this, that, and the third. And then I don't act on anything until I know my thoughts are healthy again. Mm-hmm. And that's...
If you still feel that same way after you given a moment to just calm down and relax a little bit, that motherfucker has a problem. But most of the time, I feel like after we calm down, it's like exactly.
I got too much to
you
lose.
Start thinking of the long term, the after effects of
big picture thinking.
What's gonna transpire after you go over there and destroy this guy.
Yeah, like it feels great. Like the instant gratification that you get from it, obviously, yields some type of like gratification in a sense in that moment.
Yeah,
but long term,
maybe 30 seconds.
Right, but after that, after you get cuffed up, after you get to jail, after you get sentenced, after you get out on your own parole, or in my case, going back to prison to serve whatever time is over my head, which is a lot of time, then it's like, okay, was that
30 seconds worth that?
30 seconds worth the totality that it all brought?
Yeah.
Like, so no, it's not. So, in a sense, sometimes take that humility pill.
This motherfucker, look what he's drinking, man. Look at this shit.
Hey, man, listen. I can't find my tumbler, bro. Like, that's weird.
Man, we'll get out. We'll get a little search party going, military style and shit. We'll search.
Y'all find bombs and shit, so.
Hopefully not. Shit.
No, not here. I'm saying. Yeah, y'all search parties will find bombs and shit. Like.
Yeah, I'm saying even when I was in the military, hell no. I have found a bomb. Though.
I know. That's what I was referencing to. Like, that's what I was referencing.
Oh man.
Oh man, so the album.
Yeah.
What do you want people to know? You know, the album's coming up. You guys are building that heat for it, building that putting the word out there for people to, hey man, you fuck with these singles. Imagine what this album's gonna do. What can you promise the listeners going into this?
That you will find, you listen long enough, that it will in some way resonate
You
with
beat
you.
me to it. I was gonna say that too. I'm like,
At some point or another.
any song
like
there's a song on there for everybody to resonate to.
Every track on there will resonate with somebody at some point.
Every song isn't for everybody, but every song has a somebody for sure.
Absolutely.
Because listening to your shit, I got goosebumps. I think it was 2 or 3 times. And if you could do that, that's with your words, you know what I'm saying? How you put this with this and make it sound amazing together. You know, you're coming with the double entendres and the metaphors just back to back to back to back to where you have to listen to these songs multiple times just to catch
my own
everything.
stuff just to catch stuff sometimes. Like first,
It's
the
like,
process
hold on,
of it.
I'm registering what the fuck he said 6 seconds ago, and you just hit me with 2 or 3 more things that I still gotta fucking decompress.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna hit people, man. This is different. Like I'm not gonna say I was a big spoken word guy before, but after listening to you, I 100% would like to go to a poetry night with you. You know, we could go and
that
get
point,
Elijah and sit him on the end and shit, and like we'll make it a group thing and like just hear people and hear you. I might get up there and act a fool. Who knows?
Hey man, listen. The cool thing about spoken word is even if it's like my word manipulation, so to speak, can be kind of, I guess, daunting for some people to, impose as a language in terms of for them to understand.
Yeah, for people.
But everybody has a spoken word within them. Like, you get what I'm saying? Meaning everybody has something deep and profound to say. Even if a lot of people don't understand it at first, you could hear it again at a later point and be like, oh shit.
That's what he meant.
That's what he meant.
Yep.
And that was the part for me that really that's what threw me in. It was like I said, I'm coming up on a year of knowing him myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my introduction is
that was a crazy introduction, bro.
Yeah, bro. The best introduction is
just dropping knowledge.
Papers.
Bro,
I'm meeting him for the first time, and what I see is just papers. That just papers everywhere.
And it was only one composition book. I have like 10 of them.
And then,
all written in prison. Like,
hey, some magical shit happens in prison. I follow this cat on Instagram. I think his Instagram handle was like inmate boxer or something like that. And the homie was in there training, doing some crazy shit.
That shit next
level. And now
bro.
he got out. Shout out to him getting out. Mm-hmm. The homie is training with Roy Jones Jr. already.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's like
next level, bro.
I wonder what this motherfucker's about to do, bro. I'm really following him. So
man.
So in prison, I don't know. You guys just have so much time to put your mind to something or nothing, and
So, some people do nothing too.
Yeah,
but it's all about the development that you want. Like, do you want the same lifestyle that you had before, and thinking that somehow it's going to go differently? Like, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't always happen like that. But if you want something new, like, you got to discover to the root as to why it was. What brought you to that point? And if you can't get to there, and sometimes it takes people years. Like, I'm 36, bro. Like, I just start figuring it out at like 34, like 35. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? 35, I was out already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, this is an ongoing process with
That's
discovery.
Life.
That's life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I've learned more or less that I learn more now in terms of experiences through other people and talking to them and help them get stuff off their chest. You know what I'm saying? In terms of addiction, in terms of just life in general. Like, it doesn't always have to be addiction, but for me, that's what resonates the most. That's why I tend to talk about it a lot. And I'm not ashamed to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people try to bury it in the past as if, like, if I bury it, it'll go away. No. It'll just resurface at a different point in your life. When you're weak, that's when that shit will resurface and hit harder. It's going to hit different. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you thought you was before, you're going to dive way, way worse than that. So
it's hard getting to that root.
Yeah. It's real hard.
If you could ever find that root,
it hurts.
Every single day is a challenge.
It hurts.
It's
supposed to, though.
Root. Yeah.
It's supposed to, though. Because then, like, at the end of pain is success. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like you got to realize you owe it to you. Now, you don't owe it to
you don't want to
family,
live a fucking miserable ass
like,
life for your
trying
entire
to
life.
attain something for somebody else. Like, you owe it. Like, I owe this to me.
Yeah.
Like, period. That is it, and that's all. The reward from it is getting to spend time with family and do all the extracurricular stuff that I get to do. But I'm doing this for me, solely for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a blessing that I get to be able to speak and talk and help other people. But me speaking is me getting out my pain. So that it's no longer pain. Because once you speak it, it's. I mean, it's not always the case where once you get it out, it's like done and over with. Because sometimes once you get it out, like you hear it, and now you got to dissect it. So like, what? Wait, hold on. Like I listen to my own stuff sometimes, and I listen to other artists too in terms of from a spoken word aspect, and I'm like, did he really just go there, bro? Like Rudy Francisco. Shout outs to Rudy. You know what I'm saying? I hope to grow to like be able to like be at that level because dude is phenomenal spoken word artist. Delivery, but just his verbiage on point. Like y'all think I twist up words, and man, dude is on it. His metaphors is serious, but everything's a step and everything's a process.
Yeah, you know for sure.
Dude's been doing this for years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and he's on stage in front of people. Like me, I'm in a mic, so I'm sure at some point, like when I do step in front of people, like I'm sure I probably have, you know, I wouldn't say mistakes or be nervous or whatever, but that's just part of the growth of it. You got to go through it to get to it.
Yeah, it's a process. Yeah, it's like a process. You were saying before.
Like, I'm just not afraid to go through it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta. Yes, you're gonna be nervous, like whatever. It's just like the first time you ever got some ass. You was maybe a little nervous, but you knew what you wanted, so you did it.
Yeah,
you
had to figure it out.
You had to figure it out, homie. You know
poke here, poke there.
Yeah, poke here, poke there. You know what I'm saying? Kiss here, kiss there. Oh shit! Hold on. Like, yeah.
Whatever it may be, man. So speaking of getting in front of people and doing it, let's do that.
Yeah,
I feel like when the weather starts coming down a little bit, as it is, we got like one more month, and it's absolutely like the most beautiful 4 months ever here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Go out there, throw a hoodie on, you know, throw our Talk Smack with Mac and Fatboy gear on, and we go out there and do a little poetry night. We see you get up there and we watch you.
Yeah.
Let's do this shit, man. That sounds like a good time.
I'm going to wait till I'm off parole for that. Just simply because, like, I can't go in establishments.
That's soon, a few months, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait because I can't go in establishments whereas, like, they serve alcohol, and not that I don't want to drink like or use like.
Oh yeah, I already know.
Period. Like it frightens me. Actually, it scares me because I know where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure there's some people out there, like we always want to think that we do internalize things as individuals, but in the entire concept of it, like people, there's somebody out there that can always resonate with the feeling of how you feel. You know what I'm saying? So, but I like to finish where I'm at right now in my life, like finish everything strong. That's why I work diligently with, you know, making sure I go to my meetings, check in with the courts, because like a lot of people at the end of things, they feel like because they've done good for so long with some things that people are supposed to expect them to slack. Well, for me, I like to just finish the whole thing, like strong. Yeah. Start it how I finish it. You know what I'm saying? Finish it how I started. You know
that was a big problem for me growing up. I realized that I was like looking for shortcuts on everything.
No shortcuts to success.
Yeah, as a child, as a teenager. Not finishing strong, you know, be very ambitious in the beginning and then like slack off and deter off track. You know what I'm saying? Now I really make it a fucking conscious effort in my mind that I fucking sprint through the finish line.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking no more shortcuts. I understand that this shit, like we keep on saying, is a process. It takes time. You need to put in your fucking work.
Right.
Yeah, you may be good at this, but this guy's been doing this for 25 fucking years.
Yeah.
You can't just imagine that you're going to be better out the gates.
Right.
Because it's a process.
So maybe I was a weirdo as a kid because I was big on, like, never signing my name. Like, when I went to college to study math and physics, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get 3 PhDs. Like I was always like, yo, if I'm gonna even start, I'm gonna take it as far. I'm gonna take it the best. Like so, obviously now I've been doing music for like going on 4 years.
I could tell you a motherfucker
yeah,
like
and
that.
I'm like, yo,
that,
give me the Grammys, give me the gold plat, and I don't do it for that. I do it because I love it. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost,
and that's the reward.
But I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm like, yo, no, I'm not wasting my time. I'm like trying to be the absolute best, or one of those guys in the conversation. We talk about the Ali's and Khyl Harris too. You know what I'm saying? So.
I feel you guys. That's why I like to surround myself with people like you guys, the people that are putting in the work, people that are busting their ass. And referring back to you, your last year, bro, has been amazing, and I'm sure very inspiring as to why you do speak to people and shit like that. You're absolutely killing it at your job. You're about to drop a spoken word album, which is absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
Messing with the book. And on top of that, what I want to mention, you looking great in this shirt.
Yeah,
This
is one thing too.
Weight loss journey and getting in shape journey has been fantastic, bro. You're really making. I didn't know you before, but the person that I do know, you're setting an example for everybody.
Well, see, the thing with the whole weightlifting thing and like the physical health aspect of it is like, yes, it's rough. This shit is not for the meek. You know what I'm saying? But if you can retain this one thing, make a decision. It's all you have to do. Just make a decision, and by any means necessary. Right?
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, that's flip that switch.
Flip that switch. That's all you got to do is flip that switch. Wake up at 5 in the morning, go to the gym. Now, it's even crazier because I'm at the last 30 days. I'm within the last 30 days of my period in which, so October 2nd is supposed to be the end of mine. Then I'm going to take like 3 days off and, just chill and relax, let my body wind down. But my thing is, if I can't set a goal and reach the goal for myself, for my own physical health, then that means that I will give up on everything else in my life. If I can't make sure that I reach goals for my personal self, then I'm not going to try and reach anything else that's outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So now, the diligence, the persistence with going, and just always being available to go the extra mile for myself. You know what I'm saying? And for others, actually. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in the gym and I'm talking to people and they're like, damn, bro, like you done came hella far. And I'm like, bro, I ain't even touched it yet. Like I'm nowhere near one. I got like,
it's only been a year.
I literally have like 30 more pounds and I get it. I'm at 265 and I started at 320. And people are like, what? Like, they're like, bro, nah, bro. It's cool. Like, and I get a lot of people like, bro, you don't need to lose that much weight. And I'm like, bro, like this is my dream.
That's for me. Yeah.
It's my dream. This is for me. Like, I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing this to walk around a pool or whatever. I got a girl at home. Beautiful girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping off none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for me because I want to be around for my family. I want to be around to live life. I want to be around to try and touch people. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that may mean, whatever God's will is for me, that's what I want to do. And that's the entirety of that.
Yeah, man, I feel that shit. And it's inspiring, bro. And I feel like the weight aspect wise, I've been with you for the whole journey because you started it.
You started it, bro. Like he started it, bro. Like coming over here sparring and boxing, and I'm like, bro, this dude is too fucking fast for me, bro. Like, that's all right. Wait till and then he started sending me pictures of him on the Stairmaster and shit. And I'm like, all right, bro. I gotta match that same energy.
That's why I had to like fall back a little bit. I'm like, yo, y'all got something. And I'm like, I mean, y'all. I told both of y'all inspired the hell. I'm like kicking myself. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I'm like, I worked out last week. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, shit.
Hey, Fatboy be tripping, dog. But it like
I can't even enjoy regular food now, bro. It's so bad. Like
I fucked some In-N-Out up last night,
absolutely
but that was the first time that I ate that shit in a minute. I've been eating a lot healthier. I got fat over the summer, and you know what was my point where I was like, I'm done with this, was when we were sparring, bro, and I was just dying.
Oh, that's because, but you was doing a thing then where it's like you were bulking.
I was bulking, and they were telling me they said do no cardio, and fuck that. That's when I idea of what I want out of life and my athletic goals or fitness goals is not to get big anymore.
Right.
I want to be able to breathe like this always.
Yeah.
No matter what I'm doing. If I'm sparring, like earlier in the
he's
year,
talking
I'll
about
spar
that.
fucking for 45 minutes and I was fine. Then I spar him for 4 minutes, 6 minutes. We did
Yeah.
2 rounds and I'm dead. Granted, it was like 112 outside.
Yeah, it was. It was hot.
but
You talking about with me, you, and Val?
yeah,
Yeah, bro. It was hot as
man,
fuck.
like
Yeah.
I was done. I was fuck that. That's
Yeah.
why I'm on the Stairmaster doing the
He's
Stairmaster
not. He
sprints.
wasn't
and shit.
doing cardio at the time, right? Meanwhile, I'm on the
Going
Stairmaster
ape shit.
hour and a half on the weekends, bro. Like going bonkers.
That changed my
1,200
life
calories,
goals,
like-
bro. Fuck that. I will never get in that bad of shape ever again in my life.
Hey, man, make a commitment, make a decision, and stick to it. That's
And
it.
I tell myself, so I try to do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, but you know, hectic schedules. If I got shit I got to do, no matter what, I'm getting 3 rounds in. 3 rounds of the 2 minutes on, 1 minute off.
Yeah.
And if I'm only doing 3 rounds, like I said, I just level 15. Shit, it's gonna be level 16 now. You got to pay the piper if you
yeah.
only getting 3 rounds in.
Yeah.
So once I max that shit out, level 20 for 3 rounds. All right, now I'm just adding rounds or adding time because I want to get it to where I'm doing 5 minutes on, 1 minute off for 3 rounds.
Meanwhile, guys, I need y'all to help me get a gold plaque. This album coming out, I produced it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, help your boy go
Let's
gold.
get it, man.
You
Let's
know what I'm
Kyle
get it.
said,
saying?
hey,
Like-
they shouldn't talking with the athletic
yo,
shit.
let's
Let me
go
go
gold.
some-
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, man, we need to go gold. Like,
Hey,
You know what
man,
I'm
so
saying? This on some slay.
one thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about, as we all know, Ye dropped Donda,
Yep.
Drake dropped Certified Lover Boy, CLB. There's rumblings back and forth. There's some disses that dropped, you know, some shit that got leaked. Andre 3K got involved.
man, that shit is.
You know, there's a lot going on right now
It's a
to
lot.
2 of the biggest ever in hip hop.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling about that? Kyle, we
This
all know
beef-
you got some shit to
Yeah,
say.
this fucking beef is fucking stupid to me. Like the whole fucking thing is retarded. But let me take it back somewhere more positive. Donda did first. He dropped on a Sunday, so like we got to really we got to do the whole story. But I think the point is still going to be very clear.
Kyle will throw every variable into the mix. So
Every.
he's about to drop it for us all right now.
He's gonna
He
give you
drops
facts.
on a Sunday. You know they start counting sales numbers on Friday, so he missed 2 days, and he didn't drop like Sunday at 12 a.m. He dropped
Right.
at like 8 a.m. type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he did 100, I think like 100 million global streams. Crazy, but it's like Kanye, right? Crazy. Drake slides in. You know what I'm
230
saying?
million.
230 million U.S. streams. I don't even know what the global numbers are right now. First
I
day.
don't know.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
And it's
a
interesting
good album.
too.
I like
because
It'll be at like Drake's
which one?
album.
Which one you said is good?
Drake.
both of them are good, but it's like,
I'm
you
not
know,
even gonna lie.
I don't know if I want to bore the people with my opinions about the whole thing. I'll keep it brief. Donda, from a production standpoint, all those features and stuff, fucking crazy. And Drake did Drake. And I'll leave it there.
So the sound, that's what I kept on bringing up to you about Donda. Is
Yeah.
it's a vibe, it's a
Yeah.
sound. I wish it wasn't fucking edited. Y'all know how the fuck I do.
Yeah.
I talk my shit.
Right.
Give me some cuss words, man. Let me feel it. If you were gonna make an edited version, why the fuck did you cuss in the first place?
Yeah, that release is like weird to me, but then kind of just jumping a little bit, but what Andre was kind of alluding to too was I
He
think,
didn't even know, right?
well, no, I think he was part of the reason why it's not on was because it needed to be a clean version to begin with, and there just wasn't, or something to that effect. So it sounded like Kanye this was his intention anyway, to maybe have it clean. You know, so I know like some of his last albums or whatever, like Jesus is King or whatever, those are clean albums. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying if it was going to be clean,
Yeah, it
why
should
did
have.
why did he
Well, then
cuss?
but then he was bitching that the label let it loose or whatever. So I'm not trying to give any of that no credibility.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But I'm trying to keep it to your point. I agree. If it was supposed to be clean all along, it should have never got out.
Yeah,
the way that
because
it got
now
out.
we got things being blurted out,
Yeah.
or you know,
It
it's
kills
like-
the vibe.
it-
For me
it
too,
is.
yeah.
And then you got this nigga Kanye West on it.
Oh, the leak track? So since we're talking about it, yeah, Kanye's the worst part about that song.
That's gonna be a short right there. Just doing
but
that.
Kanye's the worst part of that whole song to me. You know what I mean?
The worst.
You got
bro,
Andre
like,
coming in doing a beautiful
Bruh.
tribute. Like, oh,
Shouts
goodness.
shouts out to my man's like he's one of the best that ever did it.
And then that dedication to DMX at the end, like the intro outro is flawless.
Yeah,
and you got
absolutely.
Kanye being Kanye.
And I fuck with Kanye, man. That's what
I
like
used to.
disturbs.
That's why I'm like, I'm not the big. He knows for sure. After about graduation,
because I am.
after graduation, I was like,
You said
You're tripping, by the way. You.
Everybody keeps saying
my
that,
Dark
but-
Twisted Fantasy. That's hard, bro. That's
yeah, my
dope.
Dark Twisted 20.
when
yeah.
Miss Donda passed away, Kanye was a different nigga. And I'm not gonna tell you how you act when you lose your mom, right? But it reflected in his music. So that's what I am tripping. 808s and Heartbreaks. After that, kind of good. I listen to all this
Yeezus
shit,
is
but I'm
dope.
not a Kanye stan
Yeah,
at all.
for his like last. My Life with Pablo is dope.
It's cool.
It was dope.
I would call. I'm keep saying he's
Yeah,
he's a god
production,
producer.
yes.
Talk to me how you want. You want to talk about his production? You want to talk about his artist?
The
You're not
sound.
gonna get no love from me as an artist after 808s. You know what
As
I'm
an
saying?
artist, he
For me.
drops some shit like Fatboy was just doing. He does shit like that too much, and it's like, yay,
Yeah.
I get it. You're that guy. You're a legend.
producer.
Don't be a bitch. Like, don't fuck up your reputation because of your arrogance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drink that humble pill that Fatboy was talking about
Yes.
earlier, because, bro, you need to come down a little bit. I get it. Your arrogance is warranted for your accomplishments, but that
You can't live on your laurels, though,
changes
man.
it fucks up your
You're
character.
only as good as your last mix. Shout out to Ali.
It fucks up your character if you
Yeah.
can't be humble no matter what you have done or do.
Yeah.
Then
Like, cause he said something back in the day. He's like, nobody was fucking with me when I was making 5 beats a day for 3 summers. Like, bro, listen, do you know how many beats that is, bro? Like, he has got shit in the arsenal. But, bro, like, why can't you just help somebody else to like pursue that growth? Like, why do you always have to tell us about that? Like, where's this like whole
He's a narcissist.
flamboyant? Yeah, serious.
And it
serious
fits
narcissist. Like,
it helps him as an artist, but it kills it. That's another thing. That's another reason I
That's
just
just him,
put
though.
it together.
That is.
and we have
We've
just a
we've
full circle.
accepted it
You know,
for
we just
it's
Yeah.
either you're this way or you're that way,
Yeah.
and he's one of the guys that lets it work for him.
yeah.
yeah.
You know, him,
To some people, 'cause it doesn't work over here.
The Floyds, the Conor
Floyd,
McGregors
now
and shit.
Floyd, it does. I don't
He's
know.
a
I
piece
guess
of
it's like you
shit.
gotta.
Colin, don't start me on Colin McGregor, bro. Like, he's a piece of shit for real. Like, real life piece of shit. I don't
And maybe
give a
that's
fuck.
the difference. Maybe that's the difference. Like, maybe you look at Connor and it's like, you might be a legitimate piece of shit. Floyd might be kind of on an act, you know what I'm saying? He might be like,
I think Floyd
just
just
like
more
you
of an
just
act
talk,
just because like it's more of a
you know?
publicity thing.
Yeah,
like, you know, there's no
yeah,
such
yeah.
thing as bad
Everything I've
publicity type
heard
shit. Like,
is that he's very, very nice.
Floyd, yeah, like I've
So
seen
yeah,
him
so
like
I'm
he'll
like, so
stop,
maybe
talk
that's
to you
where
and shit. Like,
I feel like Kanye
He's
be
a
a
master.
fucking
Yeah.
dickhead.
Yeah, Kanye is
at
one
all
of them
times.
dicks.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, ugh.
Colin McGregor, bro, this dude got into it with like this older gent over in Ireland, bro.
It's socked of his.
Shocked him in his shit, bro. Like, and then bought the bar, turned right around, bought the pub, just to 86 this old man. Bro, you're a piece of shit. You wonder why your shit got broke off the way it did, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
You give a fuck how many Colin
But
fans
you know what, and
are
going
out there,
back-
bro.
going
Like,
back-
I stand by that, bro.
Well, see, going back
That's
to your
karma
point-
for like a motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, you know, if you're a piece of
That's
shit,
funny. That's funny, right?
you know what I'm saying? I guess it works out for people in certain ways. So if we're gonna just talk about his financials,
stand that shit, bro.
sure. You know what I mean? Maybe that works. That's the lane. But
Fatboy about to get a little hate from that one, but fuck it. They'll be talking about Connor. Hey, the Connor fans are gonna be rioting my studio. They'll be like, get the fuck out here, talk smack with Mac. Don't you ever talk about Connor like that again.
oh well, shit. And I might have just killed my whole music career talking about Kanye's not that good of an artist to me. So, but whatever.
Hey
You know
man,
what
just
I'm saying?
talk smack with Mac. This is what we do on this
listen, on the
bitch.
production side, like you
He's
said.
a god. I'm
He's
not
a god.
Yeah,
you
the
know, he's
sound
a
and the
god.
vibe is always gonna be there. It's always gonna be there.
That's the signature of his
Yeah.
career. Is his sound.
And then let's going back to Donda, like Playboy Cardi, Fabio Foreign on the set. Yeah, Kanye, yeah, you struck again, bro. Like I was expecting that, but
Hey, Kanye might have the greatest interlude ever with Moon. Everybody's going down with that shit, but that sound, and Kid Cudi went in there and did his thing, man. That song is magical.
Let's talk about this for a second. Fuck all this Kanye and Drake beef. Let's talk about this for a second. Lil Baby, Kid Cudi, Jay-Z on both albums. I know I'm missing some people too. That's W's for them.
Mm-hmm.
W's for them.
Jay-Z is like, I get it. It's Jay-Z, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but I'm like Lil Baby, and I'm not
fuck
big.
with
Y'all
Jay,
know I'm not a big Lil Baby fan.
No, I mean
but
Jay-Z has that reputation to be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
So
for
it's
sure.
like,
you're an idiot if you don't want him
it's
on your
more
shit.
like a
Young Thug.
Jay-Z
Shout
got
out
it
to
like
Young
that.
Thug.
Yeah.
But for the other cats that you just mentioned, yeah that's huge.
Yeah, like
You said Kid Cudi, right?
yep, Kid Cudi.
Yeah, so the fact that
there's a handful of them. Yeah,
the fact that Kid Cudi got on both is kind of like a head scratcher to me because he's super dope with Ye.
Yeah.
Been forever. And he's like, I wonder if he was like, I'm gonna get on Drake shit, and then Ye's like, go get your money, man. I don't give a fuck.
you know what? I'm
How's
like,
that work?
I don't. The way in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take it back to me. So I'm the engineer for Ye's album, and then I get the call to engineer fucking Drake's album. I don't give a fuck what Kanye thinks.
Hey,
At
man,
all. Like,
you better get your panties in a
I'm about
bunch.
to go get my
'cause,
paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like this business.
Just business.
100%. 100%.
Unless it's
like signed to good music
on
or some shit
on
like-
a diss track, then that ain't cool. Then it's like, all right, you being a little bitch now, bro.
Yeah.
I get it.
But like
and Lil Baby's on the come up, bro.
Yeah,
There's all them
yeah.
Lil Baby fucking
his verses,
dick
like-
riders and
I've
shit.
been listening to his features too on the
People saying
kinda
he killed Drake, he'll kill Kendrick. That's out there right now, and it's like, Kyle,
keep
I
digging
know you
myself
got
this
some.
hole,
I know
right?
you got some shit to say.
I keep
Go ahead,
digging myself.
Kyle.
I'm 27 years old, so I'm gonna just lead with that. If you 18
that.
and Lil Baby is who you worship, I can't blame you, right? Nobody touching. No, Lil Baby to Kendrick. No.
Stop it.
There's
And I'm
people
gonna leave it
saying
right
that
there.
Baby will body him, and I'm just sitting there scratching my head. I'm like, yeah,
Those same people, I
Baby
want
got
them.
bars,
Because you know
but, like,
what? Look, half the time I can't even
disrespecting,
decipher.
you know,
I can't
a
even
god
decipher
right
what the
now.
fuck Lil Baby even saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Is that English?
How much does that go into how much you like or not like him?
you need to be able to enunciate. You need people. If you got bars, I need to be able to hear them.
Yep.
I've never heard anybody have a Kendrick problem. Like,
If I
like,
gotta
he was
go in
rapping too
there and
fast, I
read
couldn't
the
hear like
lyrics,
what he was saying. Like,
then you're already losing.
exactly.
Because you could say, as you're saying, you can say the hardest shit ever, but if the masses can't understand you, how are you getting that credit?
Yeah, and
Versus
I'm like, and
if
people
this
be like,
guy's
oh, it's an
enunciating
accent
and
thing or
shit.
whatever. I'm like, no. I've been with Japanese. I'm like, accent is not. You can't enunciate what you really, and like we talk about, like the fast rapping don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and he typically, that's his little lane. That's his, if that's where he's comfortable at.
I like
okay,
fast rap.
you know what I'm saying? That's cool. But if you're
I
not
like it all.
saying shit,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or if you just flexing about
Hey,
how much
yeah,
money you got,
I'm not
You
even
can keep
gonna
on
give
putting a bunch of words together
Yeah.
fast, but if you're not saying shit,
Yeah.
that don't mean shit.
I'm not even gonna give
So
nobody
it's like,
a
listen, there was-
response.
I'm not-
Lil Baby bashing or destroying Kendrick. Like, come on, bro.
look, I'm gonna say it like this because we've had this conversation not too long ago too. Kendrick versus Lupe. Now, that's a conversation, right? I think Lupe is a better lyricist than Kendrick. But look at the careers. Look at, you know what I'm saying? So now we got to just. Is Lil Baby going to make a better song than Kendrick? That's interesting. That might be up for debate, especially with how much popularity that he has, right? I don't believe that, but that's an interesting. I can see that argument.
I don't
You know
think
what I mean?
anybody on the table believes that.
You know what I mean?
Not
But I
at
can see.
all,
But if
bro.
you're gonna say in my face
It's a good argument, though.
that Lil Baby is a better rapper, and I'm talking bars, I'm talking delivery, I'm like, there's a criteria list to this. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Fuck
flow,
Like,
the flow's got to
yeah.
be nice. Both of them got a dope flow.
Sure.
I do fuck with Lil Baby.
Yeah, they do for
Yeah.
sure. But like, come on, bro.
There's a lot that
How
goes
many
into it.
triple entendres you gonna get from Lil Baby?
And then track
Seriously.
record. Lil Baby hasn't been around that long.
That's
you
true.
know, Kendrick got well over a decade.
Yeah, so that was
decade
17
and
years,
a half.
something like that. Yeah.
You know, he's been doing this shit for a while, and he has built that
I'll
resume.
take him tit for tat. How many take your best Lil Baby in the game for 2 years? I'll take Kendrick in two years in the game. It doesn't change anything for me.
That's not really fair because you're gonna jump back to like 2010.
It does mean something, right? If you're gonna say that, if you're gonna use that argument, well, he ain't really been in the game like that. I'm like, well, then let's normalize it.
I
You know
feel
what I'm saying?
I feel you. Hey man, all I can say is that Lil Baby
Point
jumping
is,
on
Kendrick is a
everybody's
better
shit,
rapper
and
than
You get that shit.
better
homie.
artist. Up for debate. I say yes, but better rapper.
he's
fuck no.
getting that that backing from credible people
Sure.
saying that Lil Baby is, you know, the hottest guy out or,
Yeah.
you know, the top guy out right now.
To who? The teens? Of course, he's supposed to be.
I think that whole sound.
People
I think that
know.
whole
They're not
sound.
saying the teens.
Because I'm like, we gotta take
There's
it.
a lot of people our age that's fucking with Lil
Yeah,
Baby.
yeah. So I was like, we got to take a step back because I'm like, y'all know how much I like Young Thug, and then if you know anything about Lil Baby, you should know the relationship. You got your gun. I'm like, that sound, I understand, and I'm not trying to, Lil Baby is running doing his own thing. I'm not trying to lump him into that, but I'm just saying everybody has beginnings and stuff, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I'd rather listen to Thug. Still.
Over Baby.
Yeah. But then it's like
don't know
same
about
thing. It's
that
like,
one.
it's like how long has Thug been in the game versus a little bit. So it's a circular conversation.
It took me a long time to like Thug. I'm talking about I just started liking him in the last year and a half, 2 years maybe. When he
But
first
if you like
came
Lil
out, I was
Baby,
like,
that's his son.
fuck
So it's
this.
like, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
if you want to talk about clarity for Thug in the beginning was non-existent.
I'd never told
True.
you that Thug was the best rapper. I'm talking about the vibes that everybody's talking about. Lil Baby.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I'm talking about.
Same
Yeah.
vibe for
So,
sure.
yeah.
But I think I'm gonna
And
go
the
with
same
Baby
way
on
that Thug
one.
is as popular as he is, I'm watching Lil Baby do the same thing in his own way, but in that same lane.
Yep. Hey,
And then
that
he
goes back
jumps
to
lanes and starts talking about Kendrick.
that goes back to what
no.
Payne was saying. T-Pain was saying. We have these guys
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
How many people are trying to sound like Thug and Baby and that same shit? It's like, all right, let them do that. Do something else.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear everybody sounding like that. It's gonna saturate the market. Now it just sounds fucking annoying.
Right.
Yeah.
So do something
I'm
else.
just throwing a wild card
We
here.
got
Shout
those
out to
guys.
that point. Shout out to Trippie Redd. His album, fire as fuck. It don't sound like nothing that's going. Sound like him. You know what I'm saying? But don't sound like nothing.
Shout out
That's
to Isaiah Rashad. That's the nigga like I need to be listening to. That nigga's on some shit, boy. That
I'm like, I'm a TD
Have
stan.
have you?
Hey, anything
I'm
that
a
drops,
House of
Kyle plays it here. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm getting that ear for all of it.
Yeah.
I play. You're not familiar with Ray Vaughn? That's the new TDE signee. His shit hard too. TDE don't make bad. They love him or hate him. Everybody on that roster go, and that's not coincidental.
I know that Kendrick Lamar has mastered the art of anticipation. That's why this is taking so long.
He might be getting fed up. Hence why he's talking about leaving.
Yeah.
But
That's
I agree with
that's
that.
another
That's
argument
that's
for
another
another
argument
time.
for
he
that.
might be
Yeah.
getting fed up.
All right,
'Cause
man.
he probably want to release some shit, but then like, damn, Dre on some like, damn, bro, it's like, Dre
What,
like, no,
you-
just hold out.
You think he's gonna drop it end of the year?
I hope so. If I was a
I
betting
do.
man, I'd say no. I think from that camp, I think Schoolboy or SZA probably drop before him. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's a long ass wait for all
2022
of their artists. It's
2022.
I get it.
I could
though.
see
That's Dre.
Kendrick. I could see like, and I'm talking early 2022, but 2021 I don't see a Kendrick drop. I'd love it. I'd love to be wrong about this.
Man, I hope you are wrong. Fucking, but usually what Kyle be saying, it usually goes like that when it goes to music and boxing. So
I do study now. I do my research.
do my studying. All right, man. So let's wrap it up talking about this album again. Make sure you get details. Anything you want to talk about, I'm not in a rush, bro. You can say what you want. All about your album for the last portion.
So look, you talk your shit, and I got you. I'm gonna get the people straight. Go ahead.
Okay. Where do I start at? No, I'm just kidding. So,
No, keep going. You're good.
what
bro.
I want to say is just enjoy it. And first off, I hope you guys enjoy it. We worked really hard on this in terms of making sure there's a particular like delivery and sound that is there that helps the words to mesh with the music itself, that brings more of a resonation to what it is I'm trying to portray. So I'm not going to make this long-winded at all. Thank you guys all for staying tuned in. And the first album, man, I feel really proud about it. I never really felt proud about much, but I feel proud about this. For sure. Yeah, it's a lot.
And
And it's funny though, like, we were supposed to mention how it came about, how the album came about. It was really weird actually, because like Kyle asked me one day, he was like, hey bro, like, what do you think about doing an album? And I'm like, well, okay. So then he was like, so what do you want your theme to be? And I'm like, one of like reflection. So then we started going through shit that we had already recorded. I was like, bro, all of these are reflection themed spoken words.
Yeah.
So the album kind of unfolded literally like just as it is. Like it just everything meshed well together because of what we had done already. And so
Yeah. And I
shout out
want
to
to just
Khyl
give
for that. Let me hear that shit, y'all. Let me hear that shit. That's my engineer.
Yo, bro, shout out to Fatboy, shout out to Levi, shout out to everybody, man, for real. All I want to say is to kind of just give a little bit more background. It really stunned me, like when I met Fatboy for the first time, and then his willingness, like immediately he was like, "Yo, I want y'all to hear this." And he just started reading, he just started going, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So like that, two things clicked to me immediately. Like I seen that obviously without, you know what I'm saying, somebody in the background having to push you or whatever, you were like, no, this is your thing. Like you right. Like
Yeah.
you made that clear. And then I was like, I felt compelled, you know what I mean? I was like, nah, you got to put that on wax. Like we got to put that out. And I didn't even, and when I said it, maybe I didn't make myself clear. I said it out loud like that, but what I meant in totality was, even if it's just something that I can play back or we just listen to, not necessarily going out to the world. And that's what I'm glad it seemed like that's what you were. Once we said it, you know.
Into that.
Yeah.
I remember the very first time I got on the mic, I was down in, I used to refer to it as the dungeon in the garage, bro. Like that shit was hot as fuck. But I remember I was trying to do a piece for my little bros, like a spoken word on the end of it. And it was called Dialect, bro. And that shit, like, I saw very, very quickly how addicting the mic can be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You get empowered when this motherfucker
like,
is in front of you.
especially in the growth that I've, like, experienced since then, bro, like, and it was like a freestyle. Like, I was just like, fuck it, like, whatever. Like, let's see what it's about. I got to figure it out at some point, right? That shit was trash, bro, in comparison to, like...
You
I'm just being 100, man. Like,
are you talking about trash as far as like the content, or trash as far as your mic presence?
My mic presence and my delivery. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think the verbiage itself was like trash. Like, I'm sure Khyl still got it. Nigga keeps everything. Like, but like,
I got it.
like, yeah, like
I haven't opened it, but I do.
like,
I just like holding shit.
And maybe one day we'll be able to finish that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if we just keep
like
it
a members only type thing.
Yeah,
People gotta subscribe to some shit to get that.
That shit was trash, bro. Like I don't think I had a breakthrough with understanding delivery and tonality with fluctuation in voice or anything like that until picture this. You know what I'm saying? So picture
How
this.
long? What was that? The duration of time that went by between the first and picture this?
I want to say like 4 or 5 months, maybe.
I think you kind of selling yourself too short, because to me, I felt like by the time we released My America, maybe you were still working out the kinks, but you 100% understood what was going on. I felt like.
Yeah.
This shit takes time though.
Yeah,
It just takes time, bro.
It clicked a lot slower for me. Like it really took me some time to get my mind wrapped around what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
So 4 to 5 months, man, kudos to you. That shit is tough.
And then that's what blows my mind too, is again, it's been, just about coming up on a year. Actually a couple of weeks it'll be a year.
Yeah, what is it? Because that's when we released
that's when we started
One
recording.
Touch.
That's when we started recording.
Yeah.
We've released One Touch in October.
Yeah.
But regardless though, like 5 singles, like it is like from like never speaking on a mic, you know what I'm saying? To 5 singles to an album that's dropping
In a year. That's a lot of fucking progress in a year. So you can only imagine what year 2 is going to be like.
I'm so excited.
next level.
That first year of anything that you are trying out for the first time, trying to get better at or whatever it may be, is fucking hard, man.
I don't know if I see it as that though. Like just simply because it's something that, like I said earlier, make a decision. Everything else kind of makes
Switch on, switch off.
Switch on, switch off.
It's not easy to flip that switch.
It's not. I will like that's
once you flip it, then you're
It's
on
good.
autopilot.
Like, I'm on
Like I
autopilot.
could do anything.
Like I could pick up a pen right now, bro, and write some shit, and probably in an hour, Like, and I always second guess everything. Like, okay, is this the right message? Is this? But then I stopped doing that. Like, I just write, like, and let everything else sort itself out. Like,
you got to tell yourself, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll just put it out there, and if nobody likes it, I'll find out, and if everybody loves it, I'll find out.
When I made that, just like, I even stopped like telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, no, listen. Y'all give me all the freedom in the world to do and express my ideas and what I think, you know, would be the best way to show out whatever the audio is, right? Mm-hmm. And not so much self-conscious, or maybe it was a defense mechanism. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is my little baby, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I give it to you, and then you're like, oh, this is trash. And I'm like, no, I was expecting, yeah, it is trash, you know what I'm saying? But nah, but really, like, I had to just like, I'm like, yo, listen, I spent too much time doing this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I for my own, you know, for myself, I playlist a lot of music anyway, and I'll go right into what I've done and go right back out and go right back in. And I'm like, nah, I'm all right.
Yeah. If you don't have that confidence in yourself, how in the fuck do you think you're going to sell yourself to anyone else?
Facts.
I will be one of the greatest spoken word artists. Like,
facts.
There's so much juice at this table right now, bro. It might as well
the people
be
either gonna
all
like
over this
like
shit.
all the way be
it.
like, yo, Khyl was hiding. Like, Kyle's a jackass. They're either gonna love me or hate me. You know what I'm saying? I know I was controversial as fuck
people
today.
Gonna be coming for the mix.
I'm both. But it's all in good spirit.
Oh, that's
that
me
makes
too.
sense.
Yeah, facts.
It's all in good spirits. Yeah. I'm never gonna displace. Like, even if I think what you think is trash, like, I'm entitled to that, because opinions aren't facts. It doesn't mean that just because I think what you think is like crazy or outlandish, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just an opinion.
Levi's one of my favorite people to listen to music with, for the simple fact that is like, more often than not, he'd be like, listen, I'm just listening to this shit because you just keep playing it. And I'm like, that's fair. Because, you know, I live for those, like, because it's, first of all, it's that perspective, right? And I really appreciate that. And then when I do play something that I don't even announce, I just play something, and he's like, this shit is bananas. I'm like, ah, ha, ha. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Yup. It's got to, hey, I don't know. Most of the time, I don't like shit. That's just how I am.
Well, I'm glad you liked my spoken words when you first heard them.
Man, you was one of the first ones I heard that really resonated with me that I remember is he was talking about it. Your ex chick.
Oh, Time?
Yes. Time is fantastic. That's when I got goosebumps, and I got goosebumps from head to fucking toe. So everybody, you can go check out Time, and when the album drops, check everything
September
out,
24th, y'all.
Okay,
Be prepared, man.
I was just about to set you up. I got
Okay.
you. So Kyle's going to take over and let you guys know everything there is to know about Time, how you can listen to it, where to find it, you know, pre-orders, the day it drops, time it drops, the platforms is dropping on. Kyle's going to let y'all know.
So look, Reflections.
Fatboy's going to smile while he's doing it.
Reflections drops September 24th on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? You can check out, I know Levi set us up. We'll have our Instagrams, you know what I'm saying, in the description and all of that. We'll have the links right in our bios, you know what I'm saying? You just click the link and everything will be right in front of you. You don't even have to search for it, you know what I mean?
Fancy.
We are both very, very, very excited about this. And like we've been saying the entire time, there is something, and I promised, this is a guarantee from me. There is something on here that will resonate with you.
Mm-hmm. How many tracks are on there?
10.
10 tracks. And how many of those are singles that are already out?
2. We have
Nothing or Everything
and
Her.
Yep.
Her is, I don't know, Her is probably...
Yeah, so those are out on all streaming platforms right now. If you want to go listen to some stuff early.
That's your favorite one on that?
On the album. And I love the album. Like, it's really, like, it's all my shit. Like, but Her, I don't know why. Like, I think
hits different.
Shout out to my baby. I think it reminds me of her. That's why.
And Time resonates with both of us the most, right?
Yeah, you know, I'm me and the relationships I just don't get along. Apparently, it just don't work for me or whatever. So when he was, it's a song about a past relationship. You know what I'm saying? So that one kind of hit a little close. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm fully. My guys know though. No, we're not doing that no more. I'm fully retired. I
try to tell myself I'm retired all the time. 100%.
But I got to get to the back. I got to get me a Grammy, dog. I ain't gonna got time for that.
So what?
Hey, just let him do his thing. Because
Absolutely.
any
give me a
woman that
granny.
comes to the life is gonna take away from us. So let him be
Yeah.
on that kick, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm fully supporting.
I don't want to call this nigga. He like,
Fuck
bro,
them
listen, I'm
hoes.
with baby girl. Fuck them hoes.
Oh my goodness. No, I love
Like
y'all.
Kyle, I'm trying to record,
I
bro.
got,
like,
I got love for everybody. Just I'm just laser focused right now.
nothing wrong
Yes.
with that, man. Because that's a variable that for sure will derail you or destroy you. You know what
But
I'm
on
saying?
the flip side, if you got the right one, it could boost you to the top
Yeah.
fast as a bitch.
Yeah.
But that's like rolling
Mine
the
is
dice
very,
with a
very
lot
supportive.
of dice and expecting to hit the same number twice.
You
It
know
just
what I
don't
mean?
work that much.
Nah, dog.
Shout
All
out
right,
to-
man. Hey, album dropping September 24th. It's already on pre-order, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So
Yes,
it's
yes.
on pre-order.
Go on
You guys
iTunes,
could
run that
all
up.
go check this out. I'll make sure I put all those links in the description. You know, I try to do my best.
Got you.
But this album is dope, man. I can't wait for people to hear it. I think I've heard the majority of them. Kyle be like,
You've
man,
heard all of it.
Yeah,
all
I
of
like
it.
this mix. And tell me how you feel about
Yeah.
this mix. So you know, I've been hearing it, and it's great.
Thank you,
When
man. I
you
appreciate it.
when you say it's gonna resonate at least one song with everybody,
Yes.
we can all attest to that because you talk some fire ass shit, and
Thank
your
you, thank you.
words they have so much meaning, and they brought chills to me, brought goosebumps to me. So I cannot wait for people to hear this album.
Yes.
September 24th.
Yep.
And that's how we gonna end it, man. Fatboy, Kyle, thanks for getting back on. How many
Appreciate
pods
y'all.
have you been on now?
I think this is the third.
Ooh, uno mas, my friend, and then I'm gonna have to hook you up with some
Yeah.
Talk Smack gear.
I gotta
4
show you my
times,
hat.
and I got you.
Gotta show you my hat.
But
A
yeah, man.
liar.
That sums it up for this episode of Talk Smack with Mac. Make
Yeah.
sure you guys get that
Yeah,
pre-order, man. Help local Las Vegas talent. We're trying to help all of our brothers and sisters out here that's trying to do some shit, people.
Or you know what? Look, it'll mean
yes.
everything to me. You know, just put the CLB down just for a little bit. It ain't going nowhere.
Hey.
And just spin this just for a little bit. Just give it one spin.
Listen to the CLB every single day of every second until September 24th, and then you just go play this shit out.
To the end of the year.
Reflections,
Facts.
people. We out.
Yes, sir.
Let's party.